to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. My name is Kelthos, and in the last episode, we had met up with Barrett back at the bar, which is called Seventh Heaven, and we met Tifa, who is our childhood friend, and she asked us not to argue with Barrett, and then we went down into our hideout, which is below the bar, using like this pinball elevator thing, and came up with our next plans. And we were trying to get our money from Barrett, and he got all pissed off, so then we were trying to leave, and Tifa talked us into joining them, and we decided we would for the next mission, and he gave us our money for the first mission, which was $1,500, and then we told him we'd do the second mission for $3,000, and he said he'd only pay us $2,000, and Tifa said to just accept it pretty much. And then we were walking around town, and she told us that there is a weapons guy that wants to give us something. And then we went in this building, and we could buy like armor and stuff, so we did. We bought iron bangles for everybody, and then we went in the room next to him, and it was like a beginner's hut, and it was going to tell us about all these things, or he was going to tell us about all these things. And then Cloud was like, well, I already know these things, so I'll tell you. So we're going to read about all these things and then continue on. So here we go. How to save. Now I'll tell you all about saving. You know what'll happen if you don't save. That's right. Everything you worked so hard to do will be lost. Well, duh. And you've got a long battle ahead of you. It keeps skipping stuff. It pays to save a ton and take breaks when you need them. You can save your progress in the game. In case you feel like emailing any of your save files to your friends, you can find your save game files in a separate save directory where you installed the game. So when you're ready to save, access the menu, select save, but you can't always save. Can you? Remember, you can't just save, see, anywhere you want. You can only save at places marked save point. When you find one, a message will appear. You'll want to save your game. You have 10 save game files, okay? Located in 2 rows. Choose a save file for your game. Each save file can hold up to 15 saves. This will save your progress to your computer's hard drive. The screen only shows 3 save games at a time, so press the directional button to scroll down the list, and you can see the rest. Okay. Remember, the more files you have, the longer it will take to load. Okay. One last thing. What? Be careful when handling it. Handling what? Never remove it while saving or loading. I don't know what he's talking about. If that happens, just chill out and let your head and your computer cool down. Remember to save often so you don't lose your games. Okay. I don't know what he was talking about there because it skipped it. How to heal your allies. You probably already know this, but HP is your life force. If HP is lost in battle, you're out of commission. If your MP is lost, you'll be unable to cast spells. There are 3 ways. First, you can rest at an inn at a nearby town. Second, you can use items to recover them. I'll explain about magic later. Select item from the menu. Select use. Select if you can't find where the potion is. Something. And then you click arrange to change the order of items. You can arrange them however you like. Order items you'll use in the field. Items you'll use in battle. Items you can throw will be at the top. Order weapons and armor separately. Order by name. Order by the most items held. And order by the least items held. By the way, key items are just that. Items that unlock problems just like a key. They're very important items to have, so they'll be on their own separate tab is what he was going to say, I think. Okay, now select use, then use the potion, then select the person you want to use it on. If they're already maxed out, you can't use it. We can restore HP with ether. You use this the same way you did for potions. Just pick a member and use it. The number appearing next to the item name tells you how many are available. Of course, the more you use, the less you'll have. Duh. Some enemies will drop potions or ethers. But you'll want to stock up whenever you're at the store. Either rest at an inn or use potions or Phoenix Down to revive people, is what he was saying. That's all. Curative magics. Now I'll tell you how to use curative magic. Select magic, next select who will cast a spell. Then you can select another party member or select magic. The function also works in other submenus. Okay? This is magic you can use. Monsters you can summon. Enemy techniques that you've learned. Whenever magic is selected, the available magic appears on the screen. You would select it from the menu if there was one and choose who to use it on. Okay. I think potion is pretty expensive, so it's better to use curative magic rather than a potion. That's all. Yep, that's true. Except for the fact that it wastes MP, so if you need MP for something, if you're saving it for like a boss battle, don't do that. Weapons and armor. Equipping weapons and armor is basic to battle. Let me show you how it's done. Jumping isn't enough. See, it keeps skipping stuff. I don't get that. I'm not pushing it more than once. Then select who you want to equip. You can change weapons, armor, and accessories. Accessories have special effects. Just select what you want to change. On the right side of the screen, here's a list of what can be equipped. You can see the item's effect here. Change your weapon with OK. Make sure it'll increase attack/defense levels. Pay special attention to materia slots. Also check the growth rates of materia. Now, when you want to remove an accessory, press the menu here. You should never remove weapons or armor, because you never know when you'll be attacked. After you're finished equipping, you should re-equip your materia. How to apply materia. Materia can unleash hidden powers in humans. First, access the menu, then select materia, and select who you want to use it. Pay close attention to my weapon here. Each weapon and armor has slots in them. Choose which slot you want to put the materia in, then select the materia you want to use. This is curative materia. If you want to know what its effect is, line the cursor up with check, and push OK. It's just like selecting battle commands. You go to magic, and then you can see that cure is here. Yeah, we already read about this, so I'm just going to skip part of it. Basically, you click it and click on who you want to use it on. Blah, blah, blah. We already know all this. I forgot that this one is like basically what we did before. And then it's telling you that magic ones increase your magic and decrease your physical attack, and that other ones do different things to your stats when you equip them. Effective ways to use materia. Access the menu if you find materia, and there's a lot of different materia around. This is one of them. It's called all materia. If you equip this alone, nothing will happen. It's a little tricky, but I'll tell you anyway. What is? Now look at my weapon. Look closely at those two slots. They're joined as linked slots, yeah? You've got to remember to put it into linked slots, okay? Different material will affect each other, okay? But only if the slots are linked. So if they're separate, it won't affect each other, okay? Just to show you. And lightning, put all in one and lightning in the other, okay? Now we use bolt on all the enemies at once, okay? But it's limited to once per battle. Combine different things. Combining restore and all will allow you to heal everybody at once. For example, restore and lightning, bolt and cure can be used normally, but specialized materia like all is called support materia. You can tell the difference because of the color, I guess. That's what he was saying. This may sound weird, but did you know that materia grows on its own? Even if one of your allies uses it, as its level increases. Oh, okay, you get AP points, and if you get a certain amount of AP points by using it, it'll level up. So the effects of the magic you can use. So it'll increase the effects as it levels up. But it can work twice or more times as it grows. Okay. Materia will divide itself, almost like it's giving birth. What? But that master materia won't grow past that. Okay. You'd better sell or dump it somewhere else. You can see the useful functions here. You can arrange materia, remove all, trash it. Oops, relax, I wasn't going to dump it. Let's see, this is a special menu for you. You can exchange all material you have between allies. Okay. Even if they're not in your party. Okay. Now, about materia's growth. It depends on what weapon or armor it's put into. Okay. Some will double in growth, while others won't grow at all. In most cases, the material's effect won't change. But elemental and added effects have different, whether they're put into weapons or armor. Okay, it's hard to follow because it keeps skipping. You've got to think about what weapons and armor and what material combinations will be the strongest. Okay. I've heard about extraordinary materia somewhere in the world. I think I've told you just about everything I can, okay? How to form your battle party. I'll explain your party's order in battle. Basically, whoever's on top goes first, I think. Now select who you want to switch. Okay. This will change their position in battle. There isn't any advantage/disadvantage to doing that, but when you select the same person twice, it will place them either in the front or back row in battle. When they're on the left side of the screen, they'll be in front. When they're on the right side of the screen, they'll be in back. When you're in the front row, your melee attacks inflict major damage on your enemies, but in the back row, although you do less damage to the enemy, you receive less damage as well. There's no difference in damage. There's also no difference when you... So basically, if you're long range, you want to be in the back row because you'll get dealt less damage and you'll deal more. It's better to keep... And weaker members too need to be in the back. In the back row. Okay. And that's all, of course. Okay. So yeah, basically if you're long range, you want to be in the back because you'll receive less damage and you'll do more damage. And if you are a melee character, you want to be in the front because you'll do more damage, but you'll also receive more damage. But you can usually handle it if you're a melee character. How to check your status. Always know your current status. Access the menu and select status. And select the member you want to check. Are you surprised at the amount of information? Not really, I figured there'd be that. I'll explain the order. First, these are your experience points in your levels. The stronger you become, the higher your level, the stronger you become. This gauge tells you how many points you need to get to the next level. If you can't beat stronger enemies, raise your level by fighting weaker ones. You'll improve your physical and magical skills. Next is HP and MP. HP is your life force. If it reaches 0, you'll no longer be able to fight. MP is the source of your magic power. Every time you cast magic, you use MP, and when you're out of MP, you will no longer be able to cast spells. This is called the limit gauge. It shows your anger level. When the gauge is full, you can use a limit technique. I'll tell you about limit techniques later. You know the battle commands are classified roughly into 2 groups. Attack is for regular physical attacks. Magic and summon cast magic attacks. Yeah, we know that. And escape probabilities. Oh, that's what the dexterity is for. The value depends on your equipment and experience level. The total effect is on the chart below. These are commands you can use in battle, as well as your presently equipped weapons, armor, and accessories. Press OK here one more time. There are all types of attacks. Some monsters are weak against fire. Others are weak against ice or lightning. The materia or items you have can add these elementals to your attacks, or protect you from them in an enemy attack. This chart shows your current attributes. Press OK here one more time. The chart below shows added effects. Some enemies will use sneaky attacks on you, such as sleep, confuse, poison, darkness, petrify, silence, small, frog, and so on. These conditions disappear after each battle. To cure these conditions quickly, however, you can use items or magic. There are specific medicines for each condition. I know I'm repeating myself, but when you're taken out in battle, I mean when you're almost dead, use life magic or the item Phoenix Down. When you change materia or equipment, it changes other stuff too. Mastering elementals and added effects will make your battles safer, that's all. I'm sorry this episode is all just learning stuff, but I like to go through these tutorials, especially for people who have never played these games before and that are watching me play. They might learn stuff. But it's kind of hard to follow along when it keeps skipping lines, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not making it do that, so. About limit status. Here are a few hints on limit techniques. When an enemy has pushed your anger to the limit, you can unleash unimaginable power. You know what I mean, right? The trick is how to use it. Access the menu and select limit. Now select a member. Now decide what your limit will be. Lower limits have less power. Okay. But you can use them more often. If you set your limit higher, you can inflict great damage, but you'll have to wait longer, because it has to fill one bar and then the next for each level. After using this technique for a while, your development will change depending on how you fight. Yeah, of course. I can't tell you how it will change. That's something you'll have to find out by yourself. Okay, I've heard a rumor about secret items that inspire ultimate techniques. There's the timer. I don't know whether or not those items really exist. That's it. Try everything out and use what's best for you. Alright, well, in the next episode, we will learn about this last thing that we have to learn about, and then we'll talk to the rest of the people in here and continue exploring this town and see where we need to go from there. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you see, I suggest you subscribe to my channel so you can see the new videos I post every single day. And if you really like the videos, I'd really like it if you could leave a thumbs up and a comment. That way I could have some interaction on my channel and know that people are actually watching and actually care. And if you want to know when I post my videos, exactly when I post them, the best way to do that is to turn on your notifications as well. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.